What's going on, everyone? The Sudoman here, and today the English commentary for my Speedpaint. I am not going to upload the whole video again. It took me several hours to upload the original one on 720p. So we have to do a little bit of a trick. What you need to do is open the original video of the German version. And you will need to mute that, and when I count down from 3 to 1, you will just click on play on the original video and you will be just fine. I don't know how this works on mobile devices, but I will pretend everyone will open this on a browser, so I don't think that will be much of a problem. Alright, so I will give you some time to open the original video. If you need the time, you can just pause it. And I will just count down from 3 and say now, and you just need to click play. Okay, I will take a little bit of a break. Okay, so now in 3, 2, 1, go. So as you can see, I took some reference pictures, and yeah, this is not the one I actually wanted to use, but yeah, couldn't do it. The program just didn't want to take the original one. Anyway, yeah, so I'm taking the proportions right now. Unfortunately, I won't put them to much use later, but anyway, I thought it was important to try that out, and I can't express it enough. The stretching tool is absolutely awesome. I love it, as well as any cutting tool and copy pasting and so on. It really helps me out doing the line work. Now I'm tracing the rough armor pieces, and don't think I'm making a good job here. Or I'm doing a good job, sorry. And yeah, my first use of any cutting tools right now. I will use much more often the lasso tool, which is pretty much the same thing, only you can cut more freely. I think the left leg is a little bit wider than the right one, but I think it's negligible. Is that the right word? I don't know. Yeah, the shoulder pieces. I love and hate how big they are, as well as any other piece of a Space Marine armor. I love how retro they are. It's like old Warcraft 3 armor, but for practicality, I don't think they are very realistic, even if a human could be as big as a Space Marine. It's funny that they are just so broad built. They really they really take every space in that armor. It's really awesome. Anyway, yeah, we are almost done with the roughest line work. I'll do like, I think 3 or 4 of it, each in its own, a little bit more detailed. And yes, this is the second line work. Yeah, you can see it's not very symmetric yet. I will especially see that later. But we will do a little bit to change that. It won't be perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm pretty much of a newbie, and yeah, this is just a little bit of practice for me. Anyway, again, the left leg is a little bit different from the other. I should have just copied and pasted the left one completely, but yeah, didn't think of that. It's actually really sad. I should do that more often, just for symmetry. So yeah, so I'm already thinking about some details, but actually the final piece will look a little bit different. I'm orientating myself after the head, but I will see later that the head is not really perfect. At least not perfectly placed. Also the arms are a little bit short, I think, and not broad enough. But thanks to the stretching tool, that is actually not so hard to correct later. Yeah, first I'm gonna make the hand bigger. Very important, everything is big on the Space Marine, except the head. That one's tiny. Yeah, so anyway, you will see the second sketch isn't as broad built as the first one, at least the legs. This is already the second part of my session, before which I have looked at some more pictures, and I've seen that the leg armor isn't always as broad as the rest. Also the shoulder pads or shoulder armor anyway can be doubled. Like there's again another bigger pair of armor on top of these, but yeah, I thought that's completely unnecessary. At least for now, this Space Marine is very basic, and it won't look very good at the end, I think. So yeah, I should have just zoomed in there, and yeah, I'm saying it. Overall, it's meh. But I think, yeah, for a newbie, I think for a rough sketch, this isn't too bad. So this time I'm actually going for a little bit of symmetry, but just a little bit. Yeah, you can see with the spaces between the armor pieces, it's not that great. I also think the legs are a little bit too short, but yeah, probably that's more realistic for me because my legs are also very short. I'm very broad and short in terms of legs. It's funny. It's really funny. At least for me. So yeah, before I'm done with this stage of line work, I was looking at the symmetry, and yeah, I was having some problems. Number one, the head is a little bit far to the left, and that air thingy, what do you call it? Where the air goes into the helmet. Anyway, that's also a little bit too far to the left, so it looks like symmetry is very far off, when in reality I could have just adjusted the head a little bit more, as well as the air locket? No. Anyway, it's bad, really, but not as bad as I thought. Also, I think when having such a big character, you can... this kind of symmetry is negligible, I think. So probably, as you can see at this point, I took Iron Man as a little bit of a... how do you say it? Inspiration. Also, you can see that at the end with the color scheme, Master Chief from the Halo series, but just a little bit. You can see that probably with the feet, but not really. They are just like the hands. They are not really well done. So at this point, I thought, yeah, he looks a little bit too normal. So after doing some corrections, I will put some not standard things on his armor. I don't really know much about the Warhammer 40k universe and how they treat people with non-standard armor. So I took the freedom to put some more details on this stage of line work. First of all, some little armor plates on the gloves. I think that's very important. When you have many parts that move, you also have many parts that are not protected, really. And I thought, yeah, you should put more details into that. Also, yeah, I wanted to show that the breath piece or breathing thingy, whatever, comes out of the helmet a little bit. Looks silly, but I thought that was important. Yeah, a little bit of a correction with the eyes. They're supposed to look a little bit more like my avatar at the end, but yeah, that didn't really work. So what happened here is that GIMP just froze, at least the tools, which really sucks. I love GIMP, but it does have some problems. So what I need to do is take everything I've drawn, cut it out and put it into a new project. But that too causes some problems because I also cut the background. And yeah, the background is white, that's why it's not that much of a deal, but if I put a custom background into the final piece, that will all be covered by the white background from the original project, and yeah, that sucks. Another problem GIMP has is that it slows down sometimes, and it doesn't keep up with my line work. Anyway, what it does is I put my pen down, want to make anything. It could be just a line or something, but GIMP just lags behind, and sometimes when it just gives it up, it just does the straight line wherever my cursor is. And yeah, if I just want to make a curve, it just sucks. It happens to me all the time. So what I'm trying to do here is the curve tool, but I have no idea how to put color into it. I swear I've done it before, but yeah, I just gave up on it. If somebody could explain that to me, please go ahead. So another use of the cutting and pasting tool is this. Just if you have any decent shape and just want to put it into the piece again, just copy and paste it. In the end, yeah, I think it probably looks bad because there's no perspective in it after all, but I think I did okay in the last line work. This is the third of 4. With the third line work, I mean that's more of a little bit more detailed line work before the final line work comes on. Yeah, I'm a little bit distracted. I've been modding the stream of a friend on Twitch. I'm not going to link it here because it's German, but if you're interested and are capable of speaking or understanding German, go ahead. I've put a link into the original video. By the way, I've put only ads on the original video because I thought it don't want to be so bold and monetize everything. I just wanted to know if it gets any popular. I thought I could make some money off it, but not gonna put that much hope into it, especially at this stage of my skills. I know my place, I suck, but maybe it gets popular with the time. I get better. I don't know. By the way, if you have any suggestions, please leave them. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty much done and just put lighter blue on the darker blue at this point, so there's really not much to tell. Oh yeah, these armor pieces I really don't know if they make sense or not. I'm trying to make sense out of them, but I'm really no expert. I only got into the Warhammer 40k universe recently and just put some pseudo knowledge into the whole thing, and personally I think Warhammer 40k armor doesn't make too much sense. It's supposed to be like the Space Marine is a walking tank, but yeah, practicality wise I don't think they work too much. Or too good. I don't know. My English is very rusty. I don't know, it's been months since the last time I actually could practice. At least in the form of commentary. I write a lot in English, but speaking, as you can tell, is not really my place to be. Oh, does that make sense? I don't know. Just speaking nonsense. That's where I am good at. Just speaking nonsense. So yeah, I've decided to just try to make that area below the chest look like it could move. I think most Space Marines have another plate down there, but like I said, it doesn't look too practical for me. I think you should at least put some kind of movability into this armor. That's why I went for smaller legs instead of these tanky things. So yeah, but this is fantasy, so in fantasy everything goes. But I think when you create a fantasy universe or something, you should try to put some realism into it. At this point I won't make any advertisement for what I'm going to do fantasy-wise and world creating or something. So I wanted to cover the crotch area with something. I've seen that a lot with many images, but yeah, I decided to not go with it because, well, not really sure how cloth or leather strips would work when put on this armor. If I had some kind of 3D model or something, that would be great. Something to, well, to look how things react if put on certain conditions. So I think GIMP is going to freeze again. Yeah, it froze again. I hate when it happens. It does create some problems, like now the lighter color and the darker blue just were on the same layer. So what I did was using the select by color tool, and it works great. It then selects everything with the same color on the same layer, and boom, no more dark blue. And now I'm doing the final line work. Yeah, what I missed on doing is just zooming into it. I just keep forgetting that, and yeah, it would help getting the details right. So these spikes are actually teeth. I thought this Space Marine would be stranded on some kind of jungle world and had to hunt, and yeah, to put some personality on him, I thought he collects some trophies and puts whatever he gets on that armor. I thought about putting fur or something on him. I've seen some Space Marines with some kind of cloak or something, but I thought fur would be too much for me to handle right now. Here I use the option to just make straight lines with Shift, I think. And yeah, it works great most of the time, but it looks too artificial for me. It doesn't look like you do it by hand, so I don't use it too often. Yeah. So I gave him longer sleeves, I thought, because the gloves aren't too well armored. Putting a longer sleeve on it there would give him some more protection. So I'm trying to make some sense, to put some sense into his armor, but yeah, I don't think I'm doing a pretty good job in here, but oh well. Yeah, I think GIMP is going to freeze again. No, not my Adobe Premiere says otherwise, so this part is going to take a little bit longer. So yeah, I don't think there's much to say about the line work. I don't know what I was thinking about that pelvic, aka hip area. Not aka or hip area. Yeah, I thought about putting some spikes on that, but I think I just went with nail head-ish things. I don't know what the term is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm sorry. So yeah, those hands and feet. I'm especially not good with that. So I just went with he's doing a little bit of a fist. So I'm kinda cheating. I know you get better by just drawing whatever you're not good at, but I was just happy he was going to look like something, not like a mess, which I usually do. So yeah, I think... Yeah, I was forgetting a little bit. Yeah, there, good, I see. So this is what the straight line tool is really good for. Yeah, this wasn't finished. I was just looking over some things I've missed. Perspective. I thought that the spikes on the very ends should be a little bit different than the rest, and it should be visible that they stick out to the sides and not to the front. I forgot to record the first part, so yeah, you see this the coloring a little bit later. I was first going over this with a big brush, and then took the bucket tool and just then with a with a smaller brush did the rest near the line works. Anyway, here I found the bucket tool and just went with a smaller brush and went over the line works, and then with the bucket tool I just filled in the rest, which leads to one problem. There are always some white lines or something, but I then discovered that you can just use the bucket tool again, and most of the time those white lines will disappear. I think I missed correct them once or twice. So I thought strictly going for a different color here. There again, like I said, I have no idea what I was thinking about that area. Maybe I should have taken some more time with leg armor and just put it over there. Like it's like when he tries to sit, the whole thing just becomes one thick metal wall or something. That would have been funny. And yeah, the obligatory skull somewhere, it has to be. It's kind of like my avatar, so since the helmet doesn't look too much like it, I thought put something that reminds me some more of my avatar. And yeah, I think it kind of worked, but it could have used some more attention to detail. But like I said, I was too happy that he looks like something, so I simply missed it. doesn't take too long here at this point. I think only 5 more minutes, then we are done. I'm going to put 2 shadings for shadows in here. I'm trying to find the right colors and how to find a system to find a shadow color better, but I failed, so I just sort it out manually. I think I did a decent job, but yeah, I only took 2 kinds of color for shadows, and in the very end I just colored. I just took some white and put some lighting in there for good measure. But yeah, we will see if that's okay. I don't know if this makes a whole lot of sense. So the way I do it. Maybe I should have done more and just taken lightest color, then darkest color, and then put something in between. But yeah. It's not like I was rushing. I don't know. I just wanted it to be done, because when I start something, it's like when I'm trying to put myself in a like saying I just want this much and just say you are done. As long as you don't have any errors in it, it's okay. But if I try to put more detail into it, I just want more. And in the end, it just looks like shit. That's how it happens a lot to me. Yeah, you can see that there are some things that need to be corrected. I do that at the very end. Not sure if I caught it all, but I think in the final picture you don't really see that. What I missed is that I left the picture the way it was as in 2,500 pixels times 2,500 pixels. I should have compressed it so you don't really see any errors, but yeah, it's not like somebody is going to look for errors in some newbie's work. It's a dickish move, isn't it? Well, maybe not dickish. It's not like I didn't know I did something wrong, and I tried my best to correct everything. If it was like a big oversight and somebody said, "Oh, there's a huge chunk of green color where it's not supposed to be," then okay, yes, please go ahead and tell me. Unless I've already addressed that myself. But so yeah, the lighting. I used two ways to do it, like one big bubble or little strokes. I think the little strokes look better, in my opinion. I like them better. They give the armor some structure, as in it has been scratched or something. My opinion, I like that actually better, really. Maybe I should do another picture of a guy in armor and just do it that way. Or try a different technique overall. The more you practice in many techniques, the better, in my opinion. So like I said, I think the shading looks okay, but I'm not sure if it makes any sense. Yeah, just going for some oversights here. Yeah, just saving the project before something happens. Also, a way I found to minimize GIMP's slowdown is that you can actually delete the history of whatever you've done. Like, if you press Ctrl Z, you can undo whatever you've done infinitely, as long as it's saved, everything works. But since I don't do that over 5 times or something in a row, so it doesn't really matter to me. I think we are almost done. Actually, it looks pretty funny without line work. So yeah, I think we are done, and thanks for watching. If you got any suggestions what I should do, please go ahead and tell me. If it's anything I'm passionate about, I will gladly do it. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and yeah, please leave comments and criticism or hints, whatever you want in the comments, and yeah, see you later.